thought I'd do a video on the holidays since Labor Day is coming up. And if you're new, you like prison content, then subscribe, share, like. Let's do this. We'll start out with Labor Day. You know, it used to be they served one big meal, and it'd be like soda, ice cream, barbecued hot dogs. But and other things, but it eventually got smaller, less and less each year. And finally, before I left, they were splitting, in at least in South Central Correctional Center, they were splitting the meals up. Got part of it at lunch, part of it at supper. Still, it was quite a bit, and it was different. Most people go to holiday meals because it's good food, you know, it's edible food. Now, there were some that wouldn't go because they didn't want to. Like one guy explained to me, he didn't feel like going over and getting a holiday meal, a prison holiday meal, when he wasn't able to celebrate with his family. And I understand that. But most of us went over there because, you know, we liked the food. It was something different. And he would usually give me his tray, or he'd give it to somebody else. There was one guy named Frenchy, and called him that because his last name was French, and he was an Orthodox Jew. He didn't go to a lot of them either. Some he would, but most he didn't, especially Christmas. He never did go to Christmas, and he wouldn't go there and give it to you. And if he sat down, you know, he got special trays because of his faith. And if he sat down next to you, he really didn't want your plate touching his at all. Well, it's hot. It's been hot here in Missouri. So shout out to all the workers here, you know, working in this heat in Missouri. It's hot, humid. Now Christmas, well, Thanksgiving was a big meal. It used to be 2 big trays. You could hardly carry them. Turkey, dressing, cranberries, ice cream, soda, all kinds of stuff, you know. Sweet potato pie and these muffin-like things, and pork steaks and ham, which they still serve pork steaks and hams on holidays like that, but they stopped serving it, you know, on a regular basis because the Muslims was complaining, and they got tired of giving the Muslims something different in place of the pork. Now they give us turkey ham. I never heard of that until I went to prison. Turkey ham is on a pig, not turkey, you know. That's the way I see it. That's just me. You can say it was the way it's cut or whatever, but ham's always been on swine. Anyway, Christmas, like at the walls, Missouri State Penitentiary, which is now a museum, they're still making money off of people. You know, I got ghost hunters and everybody else coming in there. I never saw no ghost when I was there. And even if there are ghosts there, I wasn't worried about them. I was more concerned about the people who were living that could actually hurt you. That's just my thoughts on that. But anyway, Christmas, they had these 2 big meals. I mean, trays, you know, if you got everything, you had 2 big trays. And just imagine sitting down with a table of 4. Each of you had 2 trays, plus your soda and stuff. You know, there's hardly any room. So and they gave you a bag of nuts, like walnuts, Brazilian nuts, different nuts, and a bag of candy. They don't, and $5 on your account. I can understand why they don't do the $5 anymore on your account, and even why they reduced it a little bit. Now you get a bag of it's just like mixed stuff, ramen soups, shampoo, um, different things. I usually gave a lot of that stuff away, especially shampoo. You get Suave shampoo and strawberry something. I ain't putting that in my hair. Um, but the only reason we get those or got those is because of Joyce Meyers Ministries and the people she worked with. Otherwise, we probably wouldn't get that. But well, they just like with the other meals, they reduced it over the years until you can get one good sized plate, maybe two, depending on your prison. But they split them like in Licking, South Central Correctional Center. They split the meals in two. You get part of it at lunch, part of it at supper. So you really don't need two trays at a time. It's enough for one. And the 4th of July at the walls. Well, the first 2 or 3 years I was there, they had outside barbecues. You went out there and got in line. They let you out like a little bit at a time. You got your barbecued pork, your chicken, all this stuff. You got chips, soda, all this stuff. You couldn't even hardly make it back to the house with it. I was kind of concerned about that too. You got your hands full. And that was a violent prison, so you got your hands full. So you had to be careful. Somebody said, well, maybe 4th of July was a time when there was like a ceasefire. I never went for that. People don't care when they fight you. They don't care if it's a holiday or whatever. But after like 3 years, those were inside, and then, like I said, the meals kept getting reduced more and more till they finally split them up. And some places like South Central Correction Center don't even give out sodas anymore. So, just I don't even know how it is now. I haven't talked to anybody about it, but I can find out. I would like to know people who have been in prison. What I'd like for you to come in on your experience with the holidays in prison. See if there's any different, better, or if there's worse, or whatever. Let me know. But Frenchy, I got to tell you a funny story about him. Excuse me. He, like I said, he was an Orthodox Jew. And one day, he tells me, see that guy over there? I said, yeah. He said his last name's Horowitz. I said, okay. He goes, that's a Jew name. He goes, I'm going to ask him if he'll move in with me, I'd like to have a Jew selling with me. And I said, I don't think that's a good idea. But he goes over there, and he asks this guy, and this guy says, no, I don't sell with Jews. I'm an Aryan. All this other nonsense. He goes, no, you're a Jew. Horowitz is a Jew name. He goes, no, I'm German. Well, I know Germans. I know German, and I've never... That doesn't sound German to me. Anyway, he did this right in front of the guy's buddies, and they started teasing the guy and stuff and calling him a Jew and stuff. So he gets mad, and he's about ready to whoop Frenchy over this. And a couple of us stopped him, and he said, you just keep him away from me. Keep him away from me. I ain't selling with a kite. That's what he said. So we did, you know, and Frenchy, he kind of laughed it off, you know, but he was also kind of disappointed. Anyway, that's all I got for you today, and I'm getting back into AC, people. This is ridiculous hot. Thank you for watching. See you next time.